Hey guys, my name is Shirley and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be chatting a little bit about why I have decided not to upgrade to any of the iPhone 14 releases this year. So before we go too far, this is not a hate video by any chance. I am a diehard Apple fangirl. Absolutely love Apple, and this is not a hate video by any form at all. But I just feel like it's so important to shed a different perspective on the internet. I feel like every time we get a new piece of tech released, maybe it's just because I follow a lot of tech YouTubers, but I feel like every time we get a new piece of tech released, my socials are just swamped, absolutely swamped with unboxings and why you should buy this phone and upgrading and all those kinds of things. And I feel like it's so easy to get lost in that, and it's so easy to get pressured into thinking that you need to upgrade or have the latest and greatest when that isn't the case. So I just thought I'd make a video about why I personally haven't decided to upgrade my iPhone 12 Pro, which I've had now for 2 years, onto the iPhone 14 Pro. And reason number one is I just felt like there wasn't much of an improvement from, first of all, last year's iPhone, and then secondly, the current phone that I have, which, as I mentioned, is the iPhone 12 Pro. So as I was watching the event and as I've been watching review videos and things like that, there hasn't been anything that's made me go wow. Like, there hasn't been anything that's been done by Apple that's made me go like, wow, my iPhone is so behind, I need to upgrade. Crash detection didn't make me go wow. Satellite detection didn't make me go wow. The dynamic island, it didn't make me go wow. It was nice and it was cool, and it's cool to see Apple meshing software and hardware, making the best out of that. But in essence, it didn't make me go like wow, and it didn't make me feel like a new purchase is justified. Even if we look at the specs of the iPhone 13 and the iPhone 14, they have the exact same chip. Like, when that was announced, I was like, what? Come again? We released a new phone, given it a new name. We didn't even release it as a 13S. Not even like a, you know, when we had the S series and like S was like small minor upgrades, like we had the iPhone 5S and things like that. No, this wasn't even like an iPhone 13S. This was an iPhone 14, but the iPhone 13 and iPhone 14 have literally the exact same design and have the exact same chip. Like, for me, especially if I was an iPhone 13 user, I really wouldn't see the need to upgrade to the iPhone 14, given that there's so many similarities. Yes, we got a little bit of spec updates in cameras and things like that, but overall, the updates that were made, which I guess the things that they were really hamming in on, was things like crash detection and satellite detection, and those are things that I'm not using on a day-to-day basis, touch wood. And for me, I'm not gonna spend another $2K on a phone, another $2,000 on a phone, for features that I'm probably not going to use that often. Hey, they're great features, great things to have, but I just felt like Apple didn't take a big leap this year, enough for me to justify upgrading. And I'm not even mad at Apple about this. Like, this isn't even Apple's fault that there isn't a huge upgrade. I feel like if we look at things realistically, right, we're dealing with tech, and tech takes time to perfect, and it takes research and so many different things, but essentially Apple and other companies have decided that each and every single year they need to release a new product. So if you're going to be releasing a new product each and every single year, it doesn't give you enough time to really invest and to really make big leaps for every iteration or for every release. I'm not even mad that the bumps aren't that much. I can understand the difficulty that they would be in, just given that the improvements are not that big of a deal. For me, I've just decided it's not worth the upgrade. The next reason why I'm deciding not to upgrade is because my iPhone 12 Pro works perfectly fine. Yes, it does have glitches. Like, I will say, of all the iPhones that I've ever had, this phone has had the most number of glitches. I think it's just, even from when I got it, like even when it was 2 months old, I think I just got a bad batch. But overall, it's still a phone that works great. It's still a phone that works fine. I can send messages, I can take photos, and I love the camera on the 12 Pro. Like, I'll probably put some pictures here, but I've taken some really amazing photos with the iPhone 12 Pro and really don't feel like there's a need for me to jump up to the 14 Pro. The design, I feel like the design is so similar even to the iPhone 14. Obviously, I don't have the dynamic island, but still overall the shape, it's still similar and it still works fine. I still get to have the latest software update. At the moment, I'm running iOS 16. And it's pretty much the same software that's running on the iPhone 14 Pro. So overall, this product has been working fine, no scratches, no issues or anything like that. So if it's working fine, if it's not broken, if I'm loving the camera that's on it, if I'm loving the software that's running on it, if I'm loving the design that's already on it, there isn't a need to upgrade. The next main reason why I have decided not to upgrade is for financial reasons. Now, I have to preface this by saying I feel like I am very, very privileged in the sense that I have a great job, fully financially independent. My financial situation is in a good spot for where I'm at in my life. But with that being said, I am not somebody who's going to be splurging thousands of dollars on a phone each and every single year just because I want the latest and best. So really, finances are one of the things that I had to factor in when I was deciding, am I going to upgrade or am I not going to upgrade this year? Personally, whenever I've bought my phones, and this is just something that's worked for me, I'm not ditching anyone who gets phone plans or uses a credit card or whatnot. Personally, whenever I buy a new iPhone or a new phone, I always buy it outright. Like for instance, this phone, I believe I paid for it 2 years ago, about 1,870 Australian dollars, something like that. So just under $2,000. And for me, it just doesn't make sense to be spending 2K on a phone each and every single year. Like if I'm going to spend $2,000 on a product, I am expecting that product to at least ride and die with me for some time. If I've put in my 2K, I'm expecting that $2,000 to at least last me for a significant amount of time. And another thing that I had to look at in terms of my finances as well is I have other bigger financial goals in my life at the moment. So for me to buy a new iPhone now, that's essentially going to take me $2,000 away from reaching that other financial goal. And for me, that just isn't worth it at my stage in life. So I really did have to look at finances. And I think that's something that we overlook sometimes. Like sometimes we just want something so badly, we don't think of the financial implications. We don't think of the other financial goals that we have and things like that. And again, I'm not telling you what to do with your money or anything like that. This is just my personal experience and kind of how I've placed the iPhone 14 Pro relative to my other financial goals that I have. So those are essentially the main 3 reasons why I have decided not to upgrade my phone this year. Again, like I said, I am a diehard Apple fangirl. I feel like it is a great phone. Let's say if you're upgrading from an iPhone 7 or even an iPhone 8 or possibly maybe even an iPhone 11, I don't know. If you're making a jump from an older iPhone to the iPhone 14, I feel like you're going to absolutely love it. I feel like you feel the difference, which is what I like. That's another reason as well. When I upgrade phones, I like to feel like it's a new phone. I like to leave at least a few years between my purchases so that when I get a new phone, it really feels like it's a new phone and I've got that satisfaction. The iPhone 14 is definitely a great phone. Absolutely nothing against the phone at all. I just felt like from my current phone, it wasn't enough of a big leap. As I close out this video, it's so important to also look at things from a different perspective, which is what I really wanted to share with this video. Like I said at the start, when a new piece of tech is released, there's so much buzz and there's so much hype and there's so much marketing out there, and you can get pressured to feel like you need the latest and the greatest. The thing is, there's always going to be something better. Like right now, the iPhone 14 is the best and it's amazing and whatnot. But within less than 12 months time, there's going to be another iPhone and then that's going to be the newest and best. So you're never going to be able to catch up with it. There's always going to be something else to chase. And we also have to be mindful of the things that we see on social media. Like I've said this before, I love the tech community. I love people who do unboxings and give us information about products so that you get to see different perspectives and research before you go out and buy the product yourself. But we do have to keep in mind that sometimes people are doing these unboxings. Maybe they're working with Apple, or maybe they've been sent the product as a review unit, or maybe they're not paying their own money for it, or maybe they're writing it as offered as a business expense. I don't know how taxes works, but there's just so many factors. So don't see things on social media and be like, oh, this person has the latest and greatest, I now need it, and all that kind of stuff. The thing is, you never know what went behind that, and you never know how that's financed or how that's gifted and all that kind of stuff. And those things are not bad. It's not bad to be gifted, and it's not bad to finance however you want to finance. I'm just saying, when you're looking at things, I guess, on a social perspective, or when you're looking at things in the middle of the hype, just be mindful of the whole perspective of things. Guys, I hope you guys have liked this video. That is all that I've had to say. I feel like I've ranted so much. Hopefully this has made sense, and hopefully this hasn't ruffled anyone's feathers. But if it has, hey, drop your comments down in the comment section and let's have a discussion. I love going back and forth with you guys. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know if you're upgrading to the iPhone 14 or iPhone 14 Pro, any of the iPhone 14s this year, and let me know what kind of phone you're riding at the moment and whether you're excited for the phone. Did you think Apple did a good job? Did you think Apple didn't do a good job? let's just have a discussion. I just want to talk to you guys. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. With all that being said and done, dream big, keep well, and hustle hard. I'll catch you again in the next one. Bye.